The United States is the only developed country that doesn't require any paid leave for new parents. The Federal Family and Medical Leave Act protects workers from losing their jobs if they take time off to care for newborns or sick loved ones. But that's the extent of what's offered in Indiana and most states. A bill Governor Eric Holcomb recently signed sets up a summer study committee to examine the possibility of paid family and medical leave at the state level. But in the meantime, a growing number of employers are offering paid time off in those situations. Barbara Brosier reports.
You've been a little fussy butt, haven't you?
Jill Phillips needs all of the energy she can get.
We have a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a newborn.
The mother of 4 is finishing up her last week of time off with her newborn son Zeke and juggling the needs of her 3 other children at the same time.
What's going on? Baby said.
As you can see, she's got her hands full.
You're not prepared to get up at, 10 o'clock, midnight, 2 o'clock, and then sometimes they want to eat every hour.
When Phillips had her first 3 children, she was able to take 12 weeks off after giving birth. She switched jobs before having her 4th child, and is a staff member now at Indiana University in Indianapolis. She doesn't qualify for the paid parental leave policy. It's currently only offered to faculty.
So I ended up taking off 3 weeks of vacation, or 3 weeks vacation, combination of vacation, sick time, over a 3-week period. So I didn't work at all those 3 weeks. And then starting the 4th week, I started working from home part-time at 24 hours.
Phillips says it was a hard adjustment financially. She's going back to work full-time Monday when her son is just over 2 months old.
A baby doesn't understand what a routine is. He's like, I want to eat. I'm going to eat now. I don't want to wait, until you tell me I'm going to wait for 2 hours.
IU recently announced it's expanding its fully paid parental leave program to include staff members like Phillips. The new policy goes into effect July 1st and gives both parents up to 6 weeks off for the birth or adoption of a child.
I just think it's wonderful that they're going to offer that, because it's hard to just juggle all of it.
Purdue University offers up to 6 weeks of paid parental leave for those who've worked for the university for at least 1 year in a benefits-eligible position. Indiana State University allows employees to take up to 12 weeks of unpaid FMLA to care for a newborn or adopted child, with the option of using paid vacation time to cover some of the leave. But fewer than 50% of workers in the U.S. even qualify for FMLA. That means many people's jobs and benefits aren't protected if they take the time off.
I know that we're offering basically nothing here.
That's why some lawmakers are urging their colleagues to consider taking action at the state level. The National Partnership for Women and Families gave Indiana a near failing grade last year on its annual assessment of paid family leave policies. A bill passed this session sets up a summer study committee to look into the possibility of setting up a voluntary paid family leave program in Indiana.
So this would be a voluntary program that an employer could offer to his employees. They could both contribute to a kind of short-term disability package. And then when someone needed FMLA, they could apply and get that.
Erin Macy is a policy analyst with the Indiana Institute of Working Families. She says other states have explored the option of voluntary paid family leave programs.
With a voluntary or mandatory insurance program, employees or employers could pitch in a small amount of money to a statewide insurance pool, and that money would be used to pay employees when they need wage replacement for family leave.
Opponents of paid family leave policies argue they can be hard on small businesses, which Macy says makes voluntary programs attractive solutions. But she argues offering paid time off to support families can benefit companies long term.
We know especially younger generations are really looking at these benefits in order to make decisions about employment.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Barbara Brosier.
President Trump mentioned paid leave during his campaign. His plan to address the issue included 6 weeks of paid leave for mothers, which would be covered by expanding unemployment insurance. But Trump hasn't addressed the issue since taking office.